Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier In The Air. So, this is a special Sunday for a lot of people. Not really that special for me, but it is for a lot of people. And that is Super Bowl Sunday. So, in about 2 hours, we'll be starting the Super Bowl 58, I believe, and all the commercials and everything that goes with it. So, I know people are excited. There's some two teams playing, of course. Yes, I know enough about it that I can talk about it. I just don't want to. So, but we will talk about it a little bit at the end, where I will make a bold bowl prediction and give my thoughts on who I think is going to win. So, there you have it. But now, before we do that, we're going to get into the regular show. And first of all, for those of you who are new here or who haven't been here in a while, if you're new, welcome to the show. If you're first time coming back in a while, welcome back. This is Javier In The Air. My handle is Javier In The Air 01 on YouTube. And I will be putting on this show for as long as I can. So, first up, Trash in the Hood. We are actually at let me double check here. We are actually on week 80. Yes, that's right, week 80. So, for those of you who may not know, I've been doing this for 80 weeks. And I try to walk at least twice a week, sometimes more when I can get to it, depending on the weather and depending on my schedule. And I pick up trash around the neighborhood. So, I've been getting a lot of positive feedback by people out when I'm out wandering around and by people who watch the show. So, thank you for that. And yes, I'm always careful. I have not run across any weapons or any medical waste or anything like that, so it's been good. I also don't pick up anything that's, for the most part, organic, like dog poo or anything like that. Even if it's in the bags, I don't want to touch it because I don't know where they have been, and so I try to avoid all that. So anyway, for week 80, I got 2 days in, plus I did a little focus on one, so I wanted you to see it. And here we go. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, week 80. Hey everybody, so here's week 80, day 1. As you notice, a lot of crazy stuff. About 27 cigarettes, some crushed cans. I found a sock. I also found some parts of fenders and parts of other things. I think there was a couple of accidents up on 620, and a couple of crazy things that I wanted to do a bigger focus on. So as I saw these, I blew up one section so that I could also post it on nextdoor.com. But so here's the sock. Some kind of weird gel thing at the bottom middle. A men's prophylactic wrapper, just the wrapper, and a pacifier. It was all, what a crazy thing, what a crazy combination of things. So I thought it would just be interesting to kind of show some of the crazy stuff I did. And of course, I always use pickups to pick up this trash. I don't use my hands. So this was day 4. So here it is, piece of cardboard, of course, half of a cat ears, some weird foam, of course the 27 cigarettes that I find on a regular basis, average about 20, bottle caps, and all bits of, just bits and pieces of everything. It was another crazy day. So the a little bit of craziness here this week, as you saw, a lot of crazy things. Not the craziest thing I've ever found, or things I've ever found, but I try to blow up and show focus on certain things when it gets a little bit crazy. Let me pull back so you can see more of me. Let me, in fact, angle the camera. There we go. So now you get to see more of me to love, right? So craziness abounds. This has been one of those crazy weeks. Not only just weirdness going on, but the weird weather. We're getting a combination of hard rain and then cold, but then it warms up a little bit, but the rain stayed. Yesterday, which was Saturday the 10th, it rained all day long. Literally, I would say even longer than a day. It was raining 2, 3 a.m. when I got up in the middle of the night, and it was raining throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon and even into the evening. So I'm not sure when it tapered off, but it was pretty ongoing and pretty heavy at times. So hopefully everyone stayed safe and there wasn't any flooding in your area. So that was trash. So now we're going to go into our Zen moment, which I've been getting some good feedback on. Thanks as always for the feedback. And let's check it out. Okay, so there is your Zen moment for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a little homage to the rain that we are getting. A lot of people are been getting. I'm actually not a lot of people, but I've been getting some good feedback the past couple of weeks, and I appreciate it. Please keep it up. Keep it up. If you are have any comments, thoughts, suggestions, feedback, positive or negative, please feel free to send them my way. I appreciate them all, even whether it's negative or not. And I appreciate that people are taking the time to send me comments. So I thank you very much for that in advance. And if you'd like to see something on the show that you haven't seen, by all means, please let me know. If you'd like to be on the show, send me a message and we'll figure out a time that we can get you on the show. I think that would be great. We can talk about just about anything. We can even do a co-host episode. So let me know. All right. So now that we are going to go into our, let's see, what are we going to do? Let's go into our spirit time rather than go into the Riddle Me This, which I did get some feedback last week on that. So, and then we'll actually finish with Riddle Me This, and we will do a little bit about Super Bowl with my predictions. So let's go straight into our Spirit Times. Dark Frog Social Media presents Spirit Time. This week, Zero Turn Kolsch. Hey everybody, welcome to Spirit Times. This week, Zero Turn Kolsch. So I got to put my peepers on for this. Yes, I'm aging myself by saying peepers. So this is from 903 Brewers, which we've actually showcased on here quite a lot. 903 Brewers does quite a bit of beers left and right and different ones, and we really like them, we being everyone who's been on the show so far. So this one, Zero Turn Kolsch, a German style Kolsch lager. So let's go over here. In our Kolsch, we've crafted a beer that's just as smooth as a zero turn mower. A fizzy, that's what it is, a fizzy white head and brilliant golden body reveal the aromas and flavors of pale malt and noble hops. A lighty, sweet, and bready malt character mingles with a delicate yeast-derived fruitiness, I should say, balanced by herbal floral hop notes. This soft-bodied beer with approachable, I like that, finishes dry and crisp. Perfect for those warmer days, Zero Turn Kolsch proves that the work is worth the reward. So I know that was a lot, but that's how they go. So if you want to see them, they are www.903brewers.com. By the way, I do not get paid for this, so don't try to block me, anybody. This is also brewed and canned out of Sherman, Texas. So 903 Brewers, there's the Zero Turn Kolsch, there's the Zero Turn Mower that they reference, and here we go. So I got my hop glass out, and we are going to open this puppy up. Okay, so let me take off my peepers now so I can actually do it. My hair is getting kind of long, so all right, here we go. Already a big head on this. I didn't even have to pour it that much in order to get the kind of head that we're seeing here, so I didn't have to like high pour or anything like that. So really a lot of head going on here. I'm trying to get as much as I can so I don't have to drink all that foam, but I'll keep going. Okay, so Sherman, Texas, 903 Brewers, by the way. So they do a lot of stuff, and so if you're not familiar with them, head on out to the Brewtique. Again, non-paid advertisement for them. Head on out to the Brewtique. Say hi to Scott and Jana. If they're there, ask them to help you walk through something. If you're not familiar with beers and you want to start expanding your beer palate, then by all means, reach out to them when you're there and tell them that you're looking for your starter and you're looking for this. Or if you like a certain type of beer, you can tell them that. Or you can even say, you know what, surprise me. I'm looking for anything, and they'll do it. They'll surprise you. They have many beers out there, fantastic, various price points. So if you don't want to go too expensive, they have it. If you want to go to the really good, expensive beers, and they're not just good because they're expensive, but they're good, then you can find those there as well. In fact, I need to make a trip out there before next week's broadcast so I can have more beer to do it. So maybe I might even do a little spot there and try some more beers that I haven't tried in a while. So, all right, so I think this is settled enough. Maybe I can get some more in here. Yep, I think it just settles as much as it's going to be, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Now, if you remember everything I said about the beer, let's see if I can remember while I taste it. Definitely a very light beer. It is you can really taste the malt and hops in here. Um, Not actually quite flavorful for a Kolsch. It's not Kolsch is really usually a Kolsch is a Kolsch. You're not going to get like a lot of different flavors and fruits and stuff like that you find in other beers. I wouldn't call it fruity, but I would call it very tasty. It's got a nice start, and it's also got a very smooth finish. You can definitely taste what you should taste in a beer. Excuse me, it's also very airy. This is nice, like it said, I could see this drinking out on a June or a summer mid morning where the nice wind blowing through, like it does a lot in these parts of Texas, or even in a late afternoon, early evening. You don't want to fill up on something too heavy, and you're still going to be eating something later on too. So this would be a nice beer to have before a heavy dinner or lunch. It might be good with dinner and lunch, but usually I like to mix it up and have different beers at different times of the day. So I could see this before a heavy dinner or a heavy lunch, but not with them. And because the taste is good, and I think the food would kill the taste of what you're trying to get out of the beer. Now, if you don't care what the beer tastes like, why are you watching this part of the show anyway, right? So I like it a lot. Zero Turn Kolsch from 903 Brewers out of Sherman, Texas. I'm gonna give this one. I think I'll give it 7 thumbs up. And that's Zero Turn Kolsch. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl while I'm finishing up this Kolsch because I did like it that much. So this is Super Bowl 58. There's been a lot of talk here and there about some of the things that are going on with it. I myself personally don't care about either team, but I don't care about all NFL teams in the first place. So you're not really turning into this isn't really a high sports section for those of you who are looking for high sports and talking about the history of the Super Bowl and stuff like that. I'm simply mentioning it because today is Super Bowl Sunday. So we do have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I do know a little bit about both teams, but I haven't watched any games this season. Or last season for that matter. Though I have placed very high in a couple of pools, and I do have squares for tonight's game. So riddle you that, huh? So anyway, a lot of people. There's a lot of diehard fans on both sides. There's the whole Taylor Swift controversy, though I think that's a bunch of crap. It turns out his girlfriend is famous, and so because she's so famous, they're going to focus on her. It has nothing to do with her at all. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. There is some of her songs I do like. Can't say I like them all. I'm definitely not a Swiftie by any way, shape, or form. But if she'd like to be on the show, hey, why don't you come on over, Taylor? Anyway, so I don't know why they were bringing it up. It makes no sense to me. I'm sure it's something that has to do with political, which is stupid. And there, I said it. So, regardless of all that, I am going to go out on a limb here, and I know some of my viewers, including Zaida Pavlovsky right there, the neighbors 2 doors down, probably going to be upset with me. But from the little bit of research I was able to do, I am going to predict that the San Francisco 49ers will win tonight's game, and they will probably only win by 3, maybe 4 points. I know 4 is a little odd in football, but 3 or 4 points. So let's put it that way. I can't predict the score, but if I were going to predict the score, I would say somewhere around either, let's say 38-35, or perhaps something even weirder like 33-38. So let's see what happens. All right, so that's my prediction, and that's all you're going to get from me. So now we're going to move to our Riddle Me This, and we're going to see last week's riddle, which I had one person submit a guess, and they were not correct. And I'm going to show you the cutaway, and then I'm going to show you the full one, and then I'm going to show you this coming week's Riddle Me This, so that you can take a look and see what you think. So this is a new section of the show, so please let me know what you think about it, and here we go. All right, welcome to the second week of Riddle Me This. So here is from the first week of Riddle Me This. What is this? Now, of course, I cheated and I did something inside my house. So unless you'd been inside my house, you wouldn't know what it is, unless you actually knew the book. So here's a bigger pullout of it, which isn't that great either. And it turns out it's the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, the actual book itself. So if you haven't read it, it's great. I have it in my downstairs bathroom, and it's pretty cool. Here's this week's one. What is this? Where is it? What is it? Who knows? Well, I do. Do you? Maybe you can find out. Reach out to me and let me know your guesses. And there you have it, everybody. About an hour and 21 minutes before kickoff. If you're a big fan of the show, of Super Bowl, then I hope you enjoy it. Also, there should be some really great commercials. I love it how, remember how the commercials for the Super Bowl used to be hidden until the actual Super Bowl? Well, now you can almost get every commercial that's going to be on there well ahead, thanks to YouTube and people releasing them, sneak releasing them, and then sometimes just releasing them early. And it's like, well, what is the point of spending that kind of money to get on the Super Bowl if you're going to go ahead and do an advance preview of it? It doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe it does to them. So let me know what what you thought was the funniest one from the Super Bowl, and I'll put up some numbers, or I'll just talk about it next week. So I hope everybody has enjoyed the show. Let me know. Give me your feedback, please, either on my YouTube channel, Javier In The Air, or you can send a message to my handle, which is hashtag Javier In The Air 01. Or you can also reach me on Facebook and LinkedIn and just about everything else. Instagram, but not this one. I don't go on that one anymore. Anyway, so please let me know what you think. I hope that you will be watching this show next week. If you have anybody that may be interested in watching the show, please send them the link. I would appreciate that very much. And I will see everybody again next Sunday. Have a great viewing and a great rest of your week, everyone. Talk to you later. Thanks a lot.